Okay, so this here is the law of cosines. So let's say we have this triangle, and then we have point A, point B, and point C. And then we have sides, lowercase a, lowercase b, lowercase c, and then the angles are capital A, B, C, but italicized. So if we want to find the angles or the sides, we use the law of cosines. And to use it, let's say we want to find this side right here. We would need to use this formula here, where we have a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2ab cosine of italicized capital A. So that means we have to, if we want to find this, we have to plug in this squared plus this squared minus 2 times AB, and then cosine A. So now if we want to find b squared, which is this here, we would have to plug in this squared plus this squared minus 2 times AC and cosine of B. And then same thing for C. But if we want to find one of the angles, we do the same thing except we plug in all the sides. So let's say if we want to find cosine of capitalized italicized C, then what we have to do is plug in this. This would be C squared over here equals A squared plus B squared minus 2 times AB, and then cosine of C, and then you rearrange it where you isolate cosine of C. Okay, now let's do a problem using the law of cosines. So here we have two sides, 21 and 15, and the angle 105, and they're asking us to find this third side. So let's say this is side A, side B, and side C, and this is capital italicized C, this angle here. So if we use the law of cosines, we would have this, let's just say, and since C is x, so let's just say x squared equals, and then we would do a squared plus b squared, which is 15 squared plus 21 squared minus 2 times a and b, which is 15 and 21, and then cosine of the angle that they give us. So cosine of 105. And so let's simplify this a little bit. So we have x squared equals 225 plus 121 minus 30 times 21 cosine 105, and then you square root, and then once you put it into the calculator, you should be getting 28.8 centimeters. Or not centimeters for this problem, but yeah. Okay, so let's do this next problem. We have 14.8 here on these two sides, and we have x here, and we have the degree 72. We have 72 degrees, and we're trying to find the other side. So we have here is the law of cosines that we're going to use for this. So we have c squared, which is x that I labeled, equals a squared, which is 14.8, plus b squared, which is 6.2, minus 2 times 14.8 times 6.2 cosine 72. So now all we have to do is plug it in. So we have x squared equals, and 14.8 squared plus 6.2 squared minus 2 times 14.8 times 6.2 cosine 72 degrees. And then you square root, and then you have x equals the same thing here, 6.2 squared minus 2 14.8 times 6.2 and then if you would just plug this into your calculator, you would get x equals 14.2. So this next problem asks us to find all the angles if we're given all the sides. So this time, instead of solving for the variable that we're setting it equal to, we're we're going to find the variable that's the angle. Okay, so this side is going to be A right here, and this is what we're going to be using. And then this side is going to be C right here, and this is going to be B. So if we plug this in, we'll have 11 squared for A equals B squared, which is 12 squared, plus 13 squared, minus 2 times 12 times 13, and then cosine of A. And this is going to be 121 equals 144 plus 169 minus 2 times 12 times 13 cosine A. And then if we rearrange this, we'll have 121 minus 144 minus 169 divided by negative 2 times 12 times 13, which is equal to cosine A. And then if you plug this into your calculator, what you should get is angle A to be 52 degrees. Now let's find the next angle in this problem. So let's try to find the angle of italicized B. So let's plug in the values again. So we have, instead of 11 squared, we'll have 12 squared over here equals A squared, which is 11 squared, plus 13 squared minus 2 times 11 times 13, and then cosine of B. And then now we have 144 equals 121 plus 169 minus 2 times 11 times 13 cosine B. And then now if we rearrange it, we'll have 144 minus 121 minus 169 divided by negative 2 times 11 times 13, which equals cosine B. And then now, if you plug this into your calculator, you should have B 59.3 degrees. Okay, and now we have to find this last angle because we have angle A and B. So we could use the law of cosines again and use that big formula to find C again, but that would be a lot of wasted effort and time. But because another thing we can do is use our knowledge of triangles. So we know that the angles, all the angles added up should equal 180. So if we already have two of the angles, we just have to find this one. So C is going to equal 180, which is the total sum of the angles, minus these two added up. So 52 plus 59.3. So then this is going to be 180 minus 111.3. And then 180 minus 111.3 is going to give you 68.7. And that's the angle of C, so we can just put it there. So the angle measure of A is 52 degrees. And then B is 59.3 degrees. And then C is 68.7 degrees. And those are the three angles which we have found, and those are three sides.